So good afternoon, Cordova. This week we have several things to share in our Tuesday afternoon weekly update, Tuesday, May 19th at 4 p.m. And first, I'd like to start with a kudos and a round of applause to our emergency services workers. This is the 46th annual National Emergency um, Services Week, and so it's very appropriate, quite fitting, as Cordova's EMS team have proven essential and shown excellent leadership in our community's response and defense against COVID-19. So please extend your thanks to our EMS volunteers this week in particular. So we did have some changes this week, and the City of Cordova, in conjunction with the Incident Management Team and Unified Command, acknowledged the recommendations of our medical team and approved Resolution 05-20-20 at their noon special meeting on Monday, May 18th, yesterday. And what that resolution does is implements within the City of Cordova the Phase 2 of the State of Alaska's Reopen Alaska Responsibly plan. It also implements Alaska Public Health Mandate number 18, permitting intrastate travel to and from Cordova. So that permits in-state travel to Cordova by non-essential workers. And more details are available on the city's COVID-19 website at covid19.cityofcordova.net. And for business assistance, as businesses look at reopening, you can reach out to the Cordova Chamber of Commerce for their informational Come Back Better campaign packets. They have links to all the Chamber's information on the COVID-19 website as well. Remember that you need to fill out your mutual aid agreements if you want to reopen your business, and those forms are also available on the website at covid19.cityofcordova.net. I'd like to remind you that curbside service to our public library is beginning. And for details on library curbside service, you can go to cordovalibrary.org. That's cordovalibrary.org for details, or call the library at 424-6667. So our testing update for this week, we've administered 355 tests. We've had one active test result. 319 of those test results have come back negative, and 35 of those test results are pending. We now have the testing capacity to administer over 1,000 tests. Reminder that we have free drive-up testing available for everyone, and those times and dates, or times and locations, are Mondays and Wednesdays, 2 to 4 p.m. at the Alaka Community Health Center. That's downstairs across from the Episcopal Church. And on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 2 to 4 p.m., those are available at the Cordova Community Medical Center in the Ambulance Bay. I just want to interject that I had a test myself after visiting with medical staff from outside the state. I went and got my free test last Friday afternoon. It was minimally invasive. I've heard people talking about deep in the nostril and so forth. It was minimally invasive. It actually tickled more than anything. And about 15 minutes later, I'd forgotten that I had taken it, and I got back my results Monday negative. So I encourage you to take advantage of that opportunity. And you can usually get those results back in 1 to 2 days or even sooner. I want to remind you that in the harbor packets with a ton of useful information for the fleet are available on the bulletin board stations at the tops of ramps. I want to extend our thanks again to all those who are cooperating in the harbor and port by wearing masks and maintaining social distancing. We want our fleet to remain healthy and strong and safe as we continue to wish you all good luck during the fishing season. We'd also like to extend our special thanks to the Marketing Association and CDFU for providing free masks to the fishermen. I really like the style they're handing out. They're comfortable and breathable. You can kind of forget that you have them on. We do have those hand washing stations available at the tops of all ramps in the harbor. Those are foot operated for both the soap and the water, and we encourage you to use those as you enter or leave the harbor. Please remember to use the soap, as the soap is an effective element of eradicating germs and contaminants from your hands as we continue to try to stop the spread of any corona in the community. I'd like to remind you that showers are now available at the Bob Corn Memorial Swimming Pool for those living in the harbor, and you can call Parks and Recreation Department at 424-7282 to purchase a shower package. So for your health and well-being, I'd like to remind you that we have rules in place, and a reminder of those rules are that quarantine anyone living in Cordova or arriving to Cordova from out of state, including those Cordova residents that are returning to Cordova from out of state, must self-quarantine for 14 days. The only exemption is for essential healthcare workers and emergency services employees. We'd like to remind you that wearing masks is strongly encouraged in Cordova. Please wear masks on the dock, in the harbor, in public places and local businesses, and anytime you are within 6 feet of people outdoors. Remember that it protects you, but more importantly, it protects our community and those who are at risk in our community. Would also like to remind you that masks have proven effective in slowing the spread of coronavirus. So protect each other, protect our fishery and our elders by wearing masks indoors and when with non-household members and when you're within 6 feet of each other outdoors, as we mentioned. Social distancing is also effective. Gatherings of no more than 50 people are allowed, but you have to maintain that social distance of 6 feet. So please be respectful of these protective measures put in place by our local businesses as they strive to serve our community, but also strive to protect their employees and their extended families who might be at risk. And thank those businesses for taking these measures to keep us all safe. So in closing, some reminders on informational sources. The radio briefs will continue on our local radio stations at KCDV-FM at 100.9 on your FM dial and at KLAM-AM at 1450 on your AM dial at 1, 5, and 8 p.m. Those will be updated at least 3 times a week. We're still continuing doing daily updates, and we'll assess that as we move forward. Remember that these live community updates are held at this time at 4 p.m. and will include detailed information and special guests periodically, and those links can be found at the YouTube link on the COVID-19 website. All information is now available on our Cordova COVID-19 website, so you can watch for new information updates there at covid19.cityofcordova.net. The City Council will have a regular meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, May 20th, and the community can listen and call in via our YouTube channel. A link to that is on our city's website, and that again is the regular City Council meeting tomorrow, May 20th. Have a good week, Cordova, and we wish safety and success to our fishing fleet.